I'm Rich Lupia, the HVAC Weatherman, and here's your report for the first half of May 2013. April was a crazy month across the Northeast. We saw a wide variety of weather, and not a lot of it was spring-like or typical for April. Here were the headlines for the month of April. Below normal temperatures across New York and New England across a good part of the Northeast, although we did have those warm spells across Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and the New York City area. A lot of places that saw 70s and 80s. It did not get across all the Northeast. We had wide swings in temperature, and in general, it is not quite like spring. Certainly the weather patterns and probably your buying patterns, not quite the same as they were last year. Now, let's show you the reason why. Snowpack. The snow stuck around unusually long during the month of April, and here's the snowpack at the end of April going into the beginning of May. Still 1 to 2 feet of snow in the purple and in the greens across parts of Quebec and areas just north of the Northeast. Meanwhile, across the mountains of northern New England and the Adirondacks, the snowpack finally gone, and that's going to allow for the warmer air to have an easier time to stay. This is key because as we look to the snowpack across the northern Great Lakes, northern Ontario, and back across Manitoba, Saskatchewan, northern Minnesota, North Dakota, they still have feet of snow on the ground. They're going to have snow on the ground well into May, even with warm temperatures coming. So how does that affect us here in the Northeast? Why does it matter to you? Well, here's the reason why. Let's show you why on the next slide. We have that cold air across central Canada and coming down into the northern U.S., and then we also have the normal springtime warmth coming up from the Gulf and across the southern states. They are colliding across the Central Plains, the Mississippi Valley, the Rockies, western Great Lakes. Here's your area of storminess. Notice the Northeast was not mentioned into that. We have high pressure and we have mild temperatures in store for us for the first week of May. And as we look ahead into the first weekend of May, notice not much changes. Your cold and unsettled weather stays across the central U.S., the mild temperatures and fair weather stays across the Northeast. Looking even further ahead into the second week of May, and as we approach Mother's Day weekend, more of the same, more warmth, more high pressure. Not to say that we won't have any showers or thunderstorms, but in general it's going to be warmer and drier than normal. It's going to put people more into a spring mode or maybe even a summer mode with temperatures widespread in many areas, 60s, 70s, even some 80s across Pennsylvania and New Jersey for a couple of days. Your unsettled weather stays in the central U.S. and your big heat develops in the southwest. So with nice weather on the east coast and hot weather on the west coast, let's take a look at the jet stream pattern and you'll see it supports just that. There's your cold over northern Canada. There's your ridge off to the west. Here's your ridge on the east coast, eastern U.S., northeast, eastern Canada, and this is the weather pattern, the jet stream pattern predicted going into the second week of May and towards the middle of May. So your stormy weather is not going to be affecting us. It's not going to be wet and cloudy and cold. As we look to the summary for the first half of May, here's what you can expect. Temperatures at or above normal for the first half of May. Many days with sunshine, not a whole lot of rain. Not to say that we're not going to see any rain, but we are going to see more fair weather and more sunshine than not. That is going to shift people into summer mode fast. People are going to be outside. People are going to be doing things outside. They're going to be thinking summer projects around the house. And for many of them, that will include air conditioning. Now's the time to be ready because the weather that supports AC sales and service is finally here, and it looks like it's going to stay as we head through the month of May. I'm Rich Lupia, the HVAC Weatherman, and remember, you can contact me anytime before our next report, and I can answer specific questions about your area, or if you just want to say hello, and we hope you like this feature. I'll see you again soon.